Should we own real estate in an IRA? Hi, this is financial planner Sean Mullaney. Let's discuss. So recently I saw a great Twitter thread from financial planner Travis Gatzmeyer. He talks about 8 reasons why buying real estate in an IRA can bring more hassle than it's worth. And I'm going to leave a link to that Twitter thread in the description below. I highly recommend it. I'm going to look at this from a strategic perspective, right? Let's think about rental real estate purely from a tax perspective, right? Rental real estate performs very well in taxable accounts. Why? Depreciation deductions, right? So yeah, you collect rental income and that's taxable to the owner, but that rental income is often sheltered in large part or maybe in whole by depreciation deductions that the owner gets to take. And so that makes rental real estate very advantageous from a pure tax perspective, right? All sorts of different questions from an investment perspective, but from a tax perspective, it can work very well. Well, what about traditional IRAs, right? Traditional IRAs, tax-deferred growth for retirement. We love that. Remember, a tax deferred is a tax cut, as I once heard a professor say, and it's true. Many workers are going to find that in their retirement, they are at a lower marginal tax rate than they were during their working years. So tax deferral that's available through 401ks, oftentimes those 401ks then become traditional IRAs, things like that can be very valuable. So the traditional IRA, that goes on the tax all-star team alongside rental real estate. They're both very good tax plays by themselves. Okay, great. Well, should we combine those tax plays, rental real estate, traditional IRAs? And to think about that from a strategic perspective, I look at maybe a football team, maybe my own beloved New York Jets. This offseason, they did a great thing. They went and traded for Aaron Rodgers, a legendary quarterback, right? In the National Football League, the most important position by far is quarterback. So you're probably pretty well served by going and getting a legend, and that's what the Jets did by going and getting Aaron Rodgers. Great decision by the Jets. Great approach. All right, that's one way they could have done it, in theory, if not in practice. The Jets could have said, you know what we're going to do this offseason? We're going to go trade for Patrick Mahomes. He's a legendary quarterback. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. In theory, not in practice, but let's run with it for the example. The Jets could have just gotten Patrick Mahomes and said, he's going to be our quarterback. We're taking care of it quarterback. So either Rodgers or Mahomes, either one of them could have worked out really well, okay? Well, a third theoretical option would be for the Jets to say, you know what, they're both great quarterbacks. We're going to go get them both. So we're going to get Patrick Mahomes, we're going to get Aaron Rodgers, and they'll both be quarterbacks on our team. Well, it turns out that doesn't work well at all. That's a disaster, right? You're going to have egos rubbed the wrong way. You're going to have dissension in the locker room. You're going to take resources of quarterback, and so now you're not going to have resources for wide receivers, offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Sure, those aren't the most important position, but they're still important positions, and you got to have good guys at those positions too to win. So it's funny that combining 2 legends at quarterback on the same team actually is very counterproductive. Well, maybe that gives us a little bit of a strategic lesson when it comes to real estate in an IRA. Both good on their own, but when you put them together, some odd things happen, right? You neuter depreciation deductions by putting real estate in an IRA. You create the risk for something called a prohibited transaction that can be very deleterious, right? That you don't have when you just own the rental real estate in your own name. You likely incur higher fees by holding real estate as opposed to a financial asset in an IRA. So look, I'm not here to say that it can never be the right answer to have real estate in an IRA, but from a strategic perspective, it creates a whole host of challenges. And I think folks need to be aware of that before they put real estate in an IRA, as nice as it might sound on the surface. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please mash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.